We are beginning this session today, which is a consultation on the journey of farmer-producer organizations. What are our successes, what are our learnings, and what is the way forward?
On behalf of Reliance Foundation and Nab Foundation, I welcome every one of you for this discussion today. We work across many parts of the areas where these touch the lives and livelihoods of these people. To bridge the loop, we work with these communities on the market access. While we work on the market access, we work with more than 100 FPOs across these locations.
Reliance Foundation has captured learnings from its engagement with about 100 FPOs in a report called Farming, Prosperity and Optimism, How FPOs Can Transform Rural Economies. This is the publication that we have brought out. Sustainable growth of FPOs is hard to achieve without collective effort. It is our belief that FPOs have immense potential to be the game changers in the transformation of our rural economy. They also help realize the spirit of Atmanirbharta or self-reliance. FPOs everywhere in the country are similar in many respects, but also need location-specific and context-specific solutions.
Maybe 10 years back, all such discussions would happen only at one or two places, with one institution being the repository of knowledge and others kind of visiting there. But I think today we are seeing an explosion of the number of institutions, given the diversity of the country, a large number of activities happening across the country. Unlike cooperatives, which were successful in only the western part and maybe a bit in the southern part, today the FPO movement is spread to all the nooks and corners of the country.
Why this FPO movement came? We have never touched the income security part. I think farmers' income can be achieved through consolidation, through collectivization, and initiating farmers' income. We have the largest share of farmers' producers organization in the FPOs ecosystem.
How do we make sure that there is a state-level ecosystem for the FPOs to thrive as business organizations? That's, I think, is something that more work is required. And I think in those states where the PACs, the primary agriculture cooperative societies, and other forms of organizations of farmers exist.
Right from the input enterprise level, because I think that's where you need to start. You need to ensure that the farmer is growing what the soil needs or what the soil is right for. Many times we come across farmers growing a completely different crop which the soil is not suitable for.
If you ask me what are the challenges, the credit, worthiness, the governance aspects, right from the constitution of board of directors.
Development-oriented segment to a commercial segment, and we have been fortunate to be part of that that journey of microfinance, and now it is a 300,000 crore.
NABARD supports several thousand FPOs. So my question would be, what do you see as the top 3-4 indicators of an organization that's doing well?
Today, what we are seeing, the scenario is very different from what it was 2-3 years back, is what you have been mentioning from your own findings. All the players will have to get into the field and start its action. That action is actually not taking place.
6.5 लाख हमारा शेयर कैपिटल था. अब हम 1500 सभासद है हमारे पास और 20 लाख से 21 लाख हमारा शेयर कैपिटल है. शुरुआत में बहुत मेहनत पड़ा हमें फार्मरों को समझाने के लिए, इकट्ठा करने के लिए, ये एफपीओ बनाने के लिए.
जनरली एक पार्ट है कि गाइडलाइंस और सिस्टम्स और प्रोसेसेस तो हम फॉलो करते हैं एफपीओस डेवलप करने के लिए, पर जो क्रिटिकल एलिमेंट है एक एफपीओ को सस्टेन करने के, वो है लीडरशिप. So initially we need champions.
We laid out a very broad framework for saying that what is our path to sustainability for FPOs. So we kind of said that it has to be like a 5-step kind of a framework which addresses aspects of operational sustainability, governance and compliance sustainability, financial sustainability, and then we said the market oversight, market about leadership.
I strongly feel that unless until that ecosystem is built, or building partnership, and I think it was that time it was talked about only building private sector partnership, but what in NRLM we used to call it public-private community partnerships, I will call it here public-private producers partnerships.
Policies drive change, And if the government is so dominant in this sector, then policy framework becomes so much more critical.
What makes women leaders? तो उसमें एज है ना, एज ऑफ द वुमेन where she is empowered to talk और mobilize to influence other women to become members.
बहनों को पहले घर पे मेरे जैसी जो लीडर बहन है उनको पहले बाहर निकालनी पड़ती है, उनके साथ 2 बहनें आती है, फिर से 5 बहनें आती है, ऐसा करके एक इकट्ठा एक संगठन बनाना पड़ता है.
When it comes to the women-led FPOs, there should be a different strategy for the training and capacity building of those people. It should be a bit different from the men because of the social and the gender norms. There is a less mobility for the women.
इरिगेशन 50 डेसिमल है, 100 डेसिमल कर दीजिए, इनकम बढ़ जाएगा, डबल हो जाएगा. इस तरह का एसेट से बढ़ता है. एफपीओ कैन गिव एश्योरेंस कि आप जो पैदा करिएगा उसको हम बेच देंगे, आप जो पैदा करने के लिए जितना इनपुट चाहिए होगा हम आपको दे देंगे. सो देन ये जो एसएचजीज का जो कमिटी है, लाइवलीहुड कमिटी, FPO can plug in and come and give assurance that whatever livelihood you want to do, I am there to support all the livelihood activities.
I'm really grateful to Nab Foundation and to the Reliance Foundation leadership. Such kind of a platform was much needed, that this conversation was needed. And we'll come back to you to how can we take it ahead, both in bilateral, small groups, but also larger conversations.